Meaning of the movie author Orpheus on reading 5 minutes published 31.01. 2019 updated 29.11. 2022 The plot of another rather scandalous film, made by the recognized genius Lars von Trier, caused immediately very contradictory feelings when watching. There are many movies about serial killers and different maniacs. But still each new movie opens unrecognized facets of this phenomenon. The author tries to approach from a new side, tries to show the undisclosed features of these creatures, to understand the philosophy of their actions. So today we will analyze the meaning of the movie, The House That Jack Built. We will also go over the main character and the plot. Brief plot. The content of the picture is based on the memories of a serial killer named Jack, who was a serial killer in the American countryside. Being an engineer, but fancied himself an architect, he tries to design and build himself a house. But he is constantly in the way of something does not like. He is already sick of constant remodeling. And he gives himself more and more to his favorite business, killing people. Without any reason, often spontaneously, because he likes it. The movie shows 5 episodes of murders committed over 12 years. He enjoys the process. But even after taking the life of his victim, he continues to revel in his power over the corpse. Considering himself little more than an artist, he takes a perverse pleasure in making effigies of corpses, taking pictures with them, granulating them in a specially rented freezer among pizza packages. Over time, he began to lose his boundaries, allowing himself to almost openly commit crimes. He ostentatiously leaves bloody footprints on the road, allows his victim to scream for help. He thinks he's beyond the reach of the police. He's inspired by that. But everything comes to an end. And it's different for everyone. In the epilogue, when he is almost overtaken by the police, he is helped by his good friend Verge, with whom he has a voiceover dialogue throughout the story. He showed him the way to hell. And it was the only way for him. For even the illusion he tried to realize there was unfulfilled for him. Meaning of the movie. Trying to imagine himself as an architect, and not getting the required result in building his own house, an ordinary engineer Jack tries himself in another hypostasis. He tries his hand at killing people. Gradually he comes to the conclusion that what he does is also a manifestation of a kind of perfection. He calls himself Mr. Sophistication. Killing becomes a hobby. Throughout the movie, his acquaintance Verge has a voiceover dialogue with him. He as if forces Jack to share information about himself, starting from childhood, when he noticed certain traits and tendencies in himself. The picture shows how the portrait of a serial killer is gradually formed. But that's on the surface. And in the depths of the plot manifest even more horrifying essence of the personality. He considers his actions as art. The director purposely makes all scenes of violence very repulsive, scary and cruel. This is how he wanted to show that it is very scary to kill a human being. Returning to Verge's dialogues with Jack, it becomes clear that the sadist's opponent is Virgil from The Divine Comedy, i.e., Dante's Guide Through the Circles of Hell. And all their conversations are a gradual leading of the hero to a logical denouement. The film culminates in the final half hour of the movie. The extramural dialogue of the characters develops into an unexpected meeting in the sadist's freezer. Jack tries to show the house he has been building all these years. It is a house made of the corpses of his victims. It is what he considers to be the architect's art. What about Verge? When the police almost catch up with the maniac in his vault of victims, he invites him behind him to show him how such deeds are rewarded. He guides him through all the circles of hell, while listening to his confession. The entire journey of von Trier's characters is an allegory for Dante and Virgil's journey through the same places. Only Dante manages to return, Jack doesn't. The bridge to the exit upstairs to paradise is destroyed, and no one who tried to cross that barrier survived. Realizing himself almost a messiah, Jack believes that he will be able to take in this barrier, climbing over the steep wall, but therefore, the ending of the movie is very symbolic, falling into the abyss of the underworld to the tune of "Go on your way, Jack." Von Trier's films should never be seen as reflections. All his projects act as an invitation to a wild journey into the heart of humanity's darkness. What is also surprising is that the director wants to present his picture as a comedy. He emphasizes this by launching a funny motif of Bowie's song. Even the very smile of the main character disposes to one thought: if such a guy smiles at you, don't expect good things. Write in the comments your meaning of the movie The House That Jack Built. We look forward to it. Admin.